kind of things are magic. I think there's also such a beauty in being stuck. Your whole body is changing its chemistry. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm actually doing a little sit down video. I haven't done one of these in ages, but recently I've just been feeling a whole lot of feelings, and I basically just wanted to share with you my favourite ways and my top tips on how to get out of a slump, and also how to raise your vibration. As beautiful and as important as being raw and vulnerable and emotional is, life is too short to not love every single second of it, and there are so many things that you can do to just fully embrace every moment as it comes. And I basically just wanted to talk you through tried and tested things that have made such a significant difference in my life. As a self-diagnosed empath, I feel so many deep feelings all of the time, and sometimes I just cannot snap out of it. The sense that I just shut myself away and I don't deal with it effectively. Your life can change drastically if you just give yourself a day and do some of the things that I'm going to talk about in this video. The first thing that I will say with literally anything in life is awareness. Be aware of your emotions, be aware of the tension in your body, and this awareness isn't to change. This isn't saying, oh, I am feeling this so I need to quickly change, or oh, the tension is in my back so I need to release it instantly. It's just being aware, and with awareness comes acceptance, comes love, comes nurture. Just being aware of yourself and letting yourself be with no judgment. Don't punish yourself for the revelations that you find. Just become aware of everything that you're feeling so you can better work towards getting to the root of the problem and easing yourself out of it. So there are obviously a few things that can help you with this awareness. The key thing, which I think should be the centre of every human existence, and that's just presence. If you don't understand presence or want to understand it more, I've mentioned this so many times, but read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle as a good start point. But things that can make you bring yourself back to your awareness: meditation is like the key thing to becoming present and stilling your mind. Yoga is a moving meditation, which is incredible for things like this. You take an awareness on your breath and how the moves make your body feel, and just become aware of it all. The main thing that I do to kind of explore this awareness of how I'm feeling when I am in a bit of a rut is just journal. Journaling is the key thing for me. Physical action of writing out how I feel helps me so much better than even just talking it, because I can just let my subconscious free write through the pages. If you struggle with this, you can definitely do prompts. So how am I feeling today? What has happened? What have I done today? Where is the tension lying in my body? And you'll notice that these prompts will then make you go on to write more about how you're feeling. So yeah, just accepting how you are in this current moment and just understanding yourself a little bit more. And whilst I will always encourage accepting those feelings as they are and welcoming them in, you really need to get yourself out of the victim mindset, and instead of accepting them and saying I'm feeling like this and I'm gonna be like this forever and life is hard and woe is me, I find myself to stop complaining and look at the bright side, which is so much easier said than done, but this is how I do it. In life, you have really just got to see everything as the most beautiful, magical lesson, and that is such a gift that you've been given. You know, these kind of things are magic, and everything that ever happens, you've just got to trust that it is for the greater good. And some things are easier to think about that than others. But for instance, you know, I've recently become a student and money is definitely not as abundant as it was last year. I could easily look at that and think, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed, get back into that negative money mindset that I've been working so hard to come out of. Or I can look at it and say, I probably am spending a little bit too much money, or I was, and I probably have been consumed in this sort of capitalist society. The universe is teaching me that it's okay to not have everything. It's okay to find currency in other things, like meaningful connections, in being creative on how I can spend my money, in taking a step back and realizing I don't need to buy anything right now. I'm safe, I've got a roof over my head, and that is so much to be grateful for. The universe is kind of teaching me to be grateful without all of these additional things, so that when they eventually do come, I'm gonna be so thankful for it. I'm not gonna expect anything, and I can also spend the time realizing what I do have that cannot be counted as currency as we know it. I think these things happen a lot of the time when you feel like everything's going great, and it's not a negative thing, it's more just a reminder not to take things for granted, and a reminder that life is this crazy ebb and flow. It's a journey. Everything changes. Nothing is constant. The only constant is change, and just to accept everything that comes, and any lessons that we're given, and anything that makes us feel sad or feel stuck, just take it as a lesson that, like, everything, I promise, is gonna work out, and the things that you think ruined your life are now the reason why your life is so great. It makes me realize that really nothing is going to ruin my vibrations. Nothing can get in my way, because I'm just so accepting of whatever comes, and I have no expectations. So that is kind of the main thing for me. And then along with that, before I go on to more physical things that you can actually do that might seem a little bit easier, is just let go of any attachment and any labels, but instead just notice yourself as an observer. You are witnessing difficult times, but that does not define you. You can choose to step away from that whenever you are ready to, physically capable to, mentally capable to. You can take your time. You don't have to snap out of things, but without that attachment to the negative thing, you're basically allowing yourself the freedom to walk away and, again, accept that that is something that's happened, but it's not tied to you. You are just an observer. You are a free being. You don't have any labels to you, and you can accept and get rid of things as and when you wish to. I think there's also such a beauty in being stuck. When I am sad, I make the best poetry I ever can. I really struggle to write and to be super creative when I'm just feeling okay, or feeling, you know, vaguely happy. And it's just finding the beauty in pain, and still, you know, taking those emotions seriously, and no one should feel that, but just realizing that being stuck sometimes is the perfect reset to take a step back and rest and do self-care that your usual busy life probably won't make you think that you need to do. Just basically seeing everything as a gift and as a beautiful lesson is really, really helpful for me. Okay, and then some daily habits. The first thing that I need to do, even if I've got 1,000,001 things to do, I need to have a clean space. Like, I cannot feel better if my space is cluttered or the energy's off. So I will make my bed, do my washing, polish, wipe the surfaces, clean up, cleanse myself and my space with incense or a cleansing wand, and just getting my space clean so then I can work through the mess that is in my head. I really, really, really struggle to sort anything internally out if my external isn't at peace. Then the next thing, once my space is clean, I want to clear my mind, so I'm gonna brain dump. I'm gonna write a task list of everything I feel like I've got to do in my life. This could be a to-do list for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year. Just get everything that is in your head and just dump it all on paper. You can go back and organize this later. Just get rid of it first, so you don't need that in your head. Brain dump your worries as well. Anything that's worrying you that's not a specific to do, just get it out there. And then that's when I personally would go on to journal, but you could just leave it at that. Carrying on with the list, I like to set intentions for the day. So 3 intentions. What would the perfect day look like for me? And I'll just write them out. And then when I'm going to bed, I'm going to set 3 things that I'm looking forward to the day after, to just make me feel like there's something worth waking up for and I've got things to look forward to. Another thing that I think is super important is to take a rest day. Change your plans if you've got plans the next day. Sometimes when you're feeling this kind of call to be inwards, listen to that. There's a reason why you're feeling like this. Don't go and socialize. Sometimes that helps, but if you want to get out of the slump first, I'd say just take a day to do all of these things so you really have enough time to focus on resetting, and rest is sometimes the most productive thing that you can do. And then to go on to things that will actually raise my vibrations when I feel like I'm out of my slump, but I do need something to just raise me up. When I'm talking about raising your vibrations, we are all vibrational beings. Every single thing has a vibration. That's science. This floor is made up of particles that vibrate, the walls, everything is a vibration. Feelings are vibrations, people are vibrations, opportunities will oscillate at a specific vibration. Physical things can raise your vibrations. There was a beautiful quote from a video I watched a while ago, and it said dress like it's your birthday every day. And it's funny because my boyfriend actually sent me I think it was an article or a TikTok, I can't remember which one, and it was basically talking about the vibrations of clothes, and it was saying that different materials have different vibrations. For instance, 100% cotton, which is this t-shirt at the moment, I thrifted this for £4 in a charity shop. So you don't need money as well to get high vibrational clothes. I'm not saying change your wardrobe, but 100% cotton vibrates at a high frequency. Linen is one of the highest vibrational frequency materials ever. I think it was like 5,000, I don't know what the measurement is, but it was a lot. Whereas polyester is really, really low. Surprisingly, silk I think was really, really low. So if you can, physically wear some high vibey clothes, but specifically dress like it's your birthday, in the sense that dress like today is the most important day of your life and you want to feel your fullest, sexiest, most divine, abundant, aligned self. Another one is listening to high frequency music or sounds. It's such a big thing at the moment as well in terms of what you listen to. Everything that you consume is going to affect you subconsciously, and that is all the way down to the music you listen to. So whether you just want to listen to frequency music and tap into a specific frequency, if you put water next to like a singing bowl or in a singing bowl, you'll notice just how much the sound affects the water, and the water literally starts to become alive and it's moving and vibrating. Just know that the majority of the human body is made up of water. So if you think of how easily affected water is to sound, just think that when you're listening to sound and frequencies, your whole body is changing its chemistry, and that is crazy when you think of all the low vibrational music. You're just constantly consuming that. You're subconsciously just going to be like taken over by this. And there's a lot of videos coming out at the moment about the Travis Scott Astroworld travesty, and how it was like some kind of satanic cult, because you know, he was singing about all of these horrible things and then so many people lost their lives, and it's awful. And it's just like so many people are consumed with the news and state of fear. You just got to really be your own best friend, and you wouldn't let a child listen to those kind of things. So just don't let yourself, and realize that everything that you consume becomes a part of you. So listen to songs that really vamp you up. A playlist of high vibey like manifesting songs, and there's so many playlists on Spotify. I love listening to Willow, Born to Give, and just like really spiritually aligned music that makes my soul feel good. And sound Tibetan singing bowls, I love doing that and meditating with that and cleansing my space with sound. I think it's so important. And then when you put on a high vibing music that makes you feel good, have a little dance, move your body, let the vibrations come into you. So that's a really great way of physically raising your vibration. Obviously releasing endorphins, yoga, really self-explanatory. That is always gonna increase your vibrations. Wearing crystals, crystals literally are things that vibrate, and if you wear a crystal, you will naturally come into contact with it and your vibrations are gonna align, and you're just picking up these beautiful, wonderful energies. It's such a easy way to physically raise your vibration. Like I said, consume good stuff, and that includes being around people that don't make you feel any kind of negative emotion, people that you love and trust and can be yourself around, and avoid big crowds of people that maybe aren't on your level when you're feeling in a rut and you feel like you need to raise your vibration, because people can only meet you at the depth that they've met themselves. So if you are hanging around with low vibrational frequencies, obviously you're just going to pick up on that. So just be really conscious of your energy, especially in a time when you're feeling low. Just really make it such a goal to prioritize what makes you feel good and be selfish. It is about you. You can only be good for others when you're good for yourself. So take time to prioritize how you feel, whatever that means, in whatever way. And that means sometimes avoiding social situations, sometimes it means going in social situations that will pick up your mood. 3 other things, just really quickly, that make my vibrations increase is nature. Going out in nature, going on barefoot walks, hugging trees. Like, that's such a hippie thing to say, but trees are like the oldest living thing. Like, there's so much experience and history that these trees have witnessed. Like, some of them are hundreds of years old and they're living. They're like things that are living and growing and breathing and coexisting with the world. And honestly, like, sometimes you can just feel a tree's energy and just give it a hug, pick up, absorb that energy. I think being an earth sign, but just nature in general, is the most beautiful reminder that everything just carries on and everything is at peace, and that is kind of the level that I want to be at. Being kind to others and giving good vibrations. It's like hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Like, if you're bitching about people or speaking negatively, you're in this like low vibrational vicious cycle. Just be nice. The last thing, I guess, is just this gratitude, which literally goes into everything. Just being grateful and seeing the good in things, writing down a whole list of everything that you're grateful for in times that you're struggling to see the light, just makes you realize that you really do have so much power as humans in this age as well. Like, the more negativity that happens in the world, the more hope I have that I am put on this earth to change things and make things better. And I know as humans it's so easy to get wrapped up in the trials and tribulations that come with this human life, and sometimes it's so important that you just experience the pain and you experience the darkness. And I want to let people know that even the best of us and the most enlightened will go through really hard times, and you don't have to be happy in them and you don't need to rush yourself, but just know that you really do have so much power to change how you view the world, to change the world. Everything is changing constantly, and that is such a gift. And I just know that when I am feeling sad, and I know that I will feel sad again multiple times, I think that's just a beautiful gift that I have, that my heart can feel so much. And when I attune it and put that kind of stamina into the things that I love and the things that I'm passionate about, I really can make a difference in everything that I do. I guess the kind of moral of this video is just to accept everything that comes, and just know that if you are feeling stuck, you're not alone and everything changes. So this too will pass. I just want to say thank you so much. I'm feeling really, really grateful. If you like this video, give it a like, comment down below like your best way to get out of a rut or raise your vibrations, or just your general thoughts on this video. Thank you so much for being here. It's such a beautiful thing that we get to share our little minds on this platform, and I learned so much from people on here. So I hope you maybe learned something, or maybe just took the time to remember things and just reiterate things that you know already. I love you so much. give me a subscribe if you want to see more content, but there's absolutely no obligation to, and I will see you in my next video.